All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP family. Appreciate your guys' support. You guys are absolutely killing it. Continue supporting, and you will see a continuation of these updates. So, before we get into the main topic, if you're looking at the broader market, I really want to see what's happening with the broader market as we are going into Sunday morning. You are seeing quite a bit of green across the board for altcoins. Obviously, it's not like major green except a few handful of coins, but we'll take that, right? You're seeing a few, coins that are in the red, but majority of the coins right now are in green going into a Sunday morning. But in a grand scheme of things, it's not party time right now because, of course, Bitcoin dominance is still quite high. Bitcoin is still not at the level where I personally would like it to be in order for me to feel bullish. But again, it's a green day and we'll take that. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're going to talk about this and dissect this article, and I'm going to share my personal opinions with you guys. And we get to take a look at Ripple from a completely different standpoint. So let's get right into it. So you can see Ripple CEO discusses XRP chance to totally take over Swift. And if you've been a new XRP holder, or if you've been an XRP holder from the beginning, the early days, we've been hearing this, conversation taking place for quite some time. And if you don't know, Swift is the main cross-border payment solution services right now that we currently use around the globe. But the CEO of Ripple shows us how he could personally see Ripple taking over, and how this can impact XRP. So let's get right into it, and I'm going to share some other things with you guys, and we're going to briefly touch base on the price as well. So you can see Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse highlighted the potential of Ripple's XRP ledger to revolutionize the global banking and payment industry, positioning XRP as a formidable alternative to traditional systems like SWIFT. Garlinghouse emphasized that Ripple offers liquidity and messaging solutions, which he suggests could replace the antiquated architecture of SWIFT and the liquidity provided by major global banks such as Citi. So, Ripple innovation approach. So, according to Garlinghouse, Ripple's core innovation lies in combining liquidity with messaging in a single solution. In contrast, SWIFT is a messaging-only protocol that connects financial institutions globally. The CEO noted that SWIFT was created over 50 years ago and has seen limited architectural changes since its inception. And that is true. That is totally true. And I'll share some perfect examples with you guys. So he says SWIFT was developed 50 years ago. Its architecture hasn't really changed. And again, it is true. And the traditional, the way of thinking, the people that have seen, SWIFT become this global cross-border payment solution, don't like to think of anything else that is going to come and change it. Well, I think XRP is at the forefront in terms of, having that opportunity to take over, and you're starting to see so many banks around the globe. Yes, around the globe. And this is something that you can easily search on Google, and you'll see credible websites and sources saying that, there are banks that are looking to work with Ripple because they see, the potential that XRPL ledger really has. And when we talk about the XRPL ledger, you need to remember XRP is a native token, and some of these, and again not all, some of these entities will use it to obviously for liquidity purposes. And this is where the speculative asset comes from. And if XRP did not have any use case, do you really think Ripple would still be pushing it or have it part of their ecosystem? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding this. But anyways, you can see Ripple Technology seeks to address these shortcomings by leveraging modern advancement to facilitate faster, more accurate, and cost-effective cross-border payments. So Ripple offers a decentralized financial technology solution that enables real-time settlement, reducing the time needed for cross-border transactions from days to seconds with negligible fees And that is, the main point. Imagine sending large amounts of money, to another country. You're going to see a hard time. You're going to see, sometimes they say the wire will take 24 to 48 hours to go through in business days, and this is where Ripple comes in, changes it just like that. You get it instantly, because sometimes imagine you're making a deal. Let's think about it from this point of view. Imagine, and now some people are going to come out and say, well, no, you could know it in advance, so you're going to make it. No, absolutely not. When it's billions of dollars and you're these billionaires, these big businesses, they can make a deal in a snap. They don't be forecasting it days in advance. And what if they need this money to be sent from another part of the globe? And obviously, you know how many questions you have to fill out, and obviously, wait. Guess what? This is where the game changer portion comes into play. You get it instantly, and this is Ripple's main motto, that it's fast right away, and the biggest competitor to Swift. So you can see Swift's shortcoming. According to Brad Garlinghouse, the Swift protocol has an error rate of approximately 6%. That's huge. Errors often occur due to mismatched information, such as incorrect account details, which can cause transactions to be delayed or reversed. Again, imagine you need to buy something and you're waiting, and let alone it's delayed. And by that time, maybe their deal is time sensitive and you end up losing it. And people don't think it's a big deal, but it is a massive, massive deal. Sending money, because think about it, we deal with money on a day-to-day basis. Maybe us small retail investors don't think about it on the grand scheme of things, but the big, massive players, that's their bread and butter. And they need a fast option to send money right off the bat. And this is where blockchain comes into play, especially XRP Ledger. So you can see these issues are obviously by fact Swift in one-way messaging protocol. Any mistake or inaccuracy in the data requires a manual correction process, which adds to the delay, as I've just said. So you can see Garlinghouse highlighted how Ripple's technology could significantly reduce this error rate by providing real-time feedback when transaction details are inputted. This real-time feedback would help reduce errors to a negligible rate of 0.1% compared to 6%. This is massive. And you're starting to see so much developments coming out on a day-to-day basis. People talking about XRP Ledger taking over, massive amounts of entities, banks, showing so much interest. Speaks for itself. These banks are not just coming in blindly partnering with Ripple. They see the vision, they see the flaws in the current Swift system, and this is where the excitement comes into play. Obviously, people are going to come out and say, well, would it be the drawback for XRP is the fact that, you can't really use that as a cross-border payment solution because, of course, you can't have, the settlement right away. And not the settlement, the asset itself is volatile. This is where RLUSD comes into play. This is the beauty of that. Let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding this. Very interesting, and really goes to show which direction they're really headed into. And of course, this itself, as you see bigger names coming in, obviously increases the speculation on XRP as a asset, and obviously makes more investors look at it. And that's the whole conversation that is taking place right now in the crypto space. And if you're looking at the price of XRP right now, pretty stagnant. And yeah, I know people obviously talk bad about the price being so stagnant, but you need to realize the bigger picture as to what's really happening in the grand scheme of things in terms of the landscape of Ripple, as well as XRP as a digital currency. In terms of landscape, in terms of confidence, compared to just a few years back, it has changed big time. And that what excites me the most about what could happen when the price of, not the price, when Bitcoin dominance goes lower. Yes, patience is required. At the end of the day, diversification is key and patience is required. To the people that complain just based off of holding only XRP in the portfolio, there's no one to blame except yourself. If you're not diversifying, you're missing out. Doesn't matter if you think XRP is going to be globally, talked currency in terms of crypto, and maybe it's going to get an ETF, all that good stuff. And again, speaking about ETF, we're starting to see even interest coming from big players. You saw obviously that futures contract that they are trying to get the SEC to pass, that itself is the right move in the right place. So XRP as a digital currency, believe it or not, and on this channel we keep it 100% realistic, XRP is one of the most popular cryptocurrency talked about around the globe, and obviously in terms of regulatory side of things, much better outlook compared to a few years ago. And obviously as the retail interest kicks in again, you're going to see that demand kicking in through these institutions that are offering Bitcoin right now, that are offering Ethereum. They're going to be like, we want to access XRP as well. And this is where, the ETF conversation comes into play. And I'm very confident, again, obviously, this is the prediction at the end of the day. We're speculating, but I don't see why XRP, being as one of the biggest assets in the crypto space, not get, with a massive, massive following as well. Let me add that as well, not get an ETF. But again, only time is going to tell. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.